Welcome to the Bleav Network's Best of Bleav Hour on Stadium. Do you believe?
We're back, baby. It's the Charity Stripe. Pitch your free throws because they offer Joshua Fisher, Alexander Toss Me the Rock Tosopoulos, DJ, Nikki, Snacks, Kreider. Best of Bleav on
Stadium.
Wow. I thought it was going to be Nick, but you said it, Toss. Little sneakeroo right there. All right. This is it. AFC Championship game, NFC Championship game.
This is it before it's it.
This is it before this is the end before it's the end. Are you guys surprised by the matchups here?
Not at all.
I think we're looking at the four best teams in football right now.
Yeah.
But the Bills on the outside looking in.
Yeah,
As the fifth team?
and the Cowboys probably as the sixth team.
Yeah, okay. Which team is which
And
team?
then the rest of them you could have picked like any order. Honestly, like the Chargers could have been the seventh team. I mean,
Sure. Which team are you more disappointed in before we get to the actual AFC competitors? The Bills or the Cowboys?
The Bills, for sure.
Cowboys.
Well, I would say the Bills just because everyone picked them preseason to win the Super Bowl.
I don't think
And they have
were the
Josh
three
Allen.
of us on that train, though? Because I feel like this was the year I was like,
No,
I don't think anyone was on that train, but I think the majority of the country, the majority of the analysts that we listen to and watch, all were on that train.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just another year of Josh Allen getting wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him, like, not showing up, really.
True.
I felt like
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Like the last 6 weeks of the season indicated to me that they were not a true Super Bowl contender.
It's just for me, like with Dallas, we've just seen it so many times, and like they're just the organization that can't get over the hump. And I feel like the problem we always knew like lies with the coaching, McCarthy, and with Dak. So
Yeah, I would say for me, disappointed because when you are playing against a rookie quarterback who's never been in a divisional round, you should beat him.
And he puts up 19 points. You should beat him.
Yeah.
All right, the teams that are in. Let's start in the AFC, though, okay? We're going to run 2 clips back-to-back. Lock it in with Cam Rogers. His guest to Bleav in Bengals, Adam Pac-Man Jones. Then we're going to the #1 Bengals podcast with the puppets. Enjoy these clips.
So if you're the defensive coordinator and the defense for the Cincinnati Bengals, what's the game plan there? Like, how does that change, I guess, knowing that Pat is not as mobile?
Well, the game plan doesn't change because we want Pat to throw the ball from the pocket.
Okay.
Everybody knows that when he's throwing from the pocket, he's not as effective as when he's extending the play, holding the ball, waiting for somebody to get open. So I don't think the game plan of the Bengals changed at all. They want him to throw from the pocket. That would be the game plan if he was running or not running. Now that he shouldn't be as mobile as he normally is, I think it's the same game plan.
It's pretty clear, I think, that the final score will be 37-14 Cincinnati.
Okay, what now?
So
Now, how is that disappointing?
23 points? It's a bigger blowout than last week?
What's the disappointment?
I
don't
think
understand.
so, John. I think so. They're finally finding themselves. They finally discovered their identity, which is to dominate football games. Yeah.
I think our favorite. Are we all in agreement that we're going Bengals here? 3 of us?
yes.
Yes.
You're not betting against Burrow. You said you would never do that again.
Never in my life.
I like this team a lot. I'm really excited to see them back in it and competitive. Love Joe Burrow. Cam Rogers, our boy, got definitely blindsided by the Cincinnati community. I mean, he deserved it a little bit.
He got Jadeveon clowned.
He did.
I think he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
I think he knew what he was doing. DVOA is an excellent category. That's my Cam Rogers. There you go.
Yeah, but he's now back down on it. He's going with the Bengals this week.
Of course he is.
He can't pick against them this week.
No, it's in Arrowhead. Mahomes looks to be healthy. We've all seen the videos of him walking. We've all seen the videos of him running around the practice field. Like, we're still going with the Bengals. I'll ride with whatever you two want.
Let's ride it.
Yeah, I think the line moved back to in favor of the Chiefs by 1 point, which definitely means I'm taking the Bengals.
Bengals underdog a little bit. All right, let's go to Bleav in Chiefs. Joe Valerio, Jeff Fetterden. Check it out.
All right, Joe. Here we go. The 3 keys to the AFC Championship game. Well, first, Chris Jones was fueled in the offseason by not being able to bring Joe Burrow down in last year's AFC Championship game. Now, as you mentioned, facing a beat-up Bengals offensive line, I think this game will be determined on how the Chiefs' pass rush performs. And then key number 2 is turnovers. Neither team committed a turnover last week. And the Bengals committed none in the regular season win against the Chiefs. So I think that will both teams are pretty good, pretty smart, pretty good at avoiding that, but I think they'll determine the game. And lastly, a fast start for the Bengals. The Bengals started out 14-0 against the Bills last weekend, and the weekend before that in the wild card round, 10-0 versus the Ravens, and in the regular season win versus the Chiefs, they started up 14-3. This is a team that starts fast. If the Chiefs can stymie the Bengals early, I think they're going to be in good shape.
Those are their 3 keys to win the game. To me, it's very interesting because obviously everyone pits it Mahomes versus Burrow. But if you go back to the Buffalo game, Cincinnati versus Buffalo, they held Josh Allen and the Bills to 10 points in Buffalo. This Bengals defense has been playing the best it's been playing since really Joe Burrow's go-around as a starting quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah. And I think, quite frankly, the Chiefs, obviously, yes, Mahomes and Kelsey and the offensive line's fantastic, but Chris Jones had an amazing year on the defensive line, and their linebacking group is great. Their defensive backfield's super solid. Spagnuolo has been really the unsung hero of the Kansas City Chiefs from a coaching standpoint. I think this could be more of a defensive battle than people think.
I agree, and I think with Cincinnati, there's not one guy on that defense that really just takes over as the superstar, like you have in San Francisco with Nick Bosa, right?
Yeah.
With Dallas with Micah Parsons. That whole team is a bunch of just above average defensive players who have banded together to make this super team. And look, Trey Hendricks, Sam Hubbard, Mike Hilton, even as much, crap that Eli Apple gets, I feel like he still even has.
He's played well. He played well against Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think this
talking
is
a lot of smack.
I'm interested in the under in this one, but we're going to get to the NFC in just a hot second. Best to Bleav, the charity stripe on Stadium. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hang tight. We'll be right back in just a second with some more great Bleav content on Stadium.